everyone, welcome back. Today we are sowing winter barley. The variety is castings. So we have today we're sowing in a Massey Ferguson 7718. We're running a front grubber, which you can only barely see. I'll give you a better picture, walk around in the machine later. We have a lemken solitaire 9 drill that we purchased new in 2018. We have a loan of this tractor off Gordon Hegarty's in Tullow. Fantastic machine, can't fault it. Our 6490 is well, we're not sure what's wrong with it. It's just not performing as well as it should do. But anyway, so the variety we're sowing is castings. It's a provisionally recommended variety, and it well, it reads well anyway. So I'm putting in a nice bit of it this year. So look, I have this set up to the joystick like so, and then I press that button and it lifts the back. And we turn, and then we lift the scribe. Let down the next one. There's 8 acres in this field. But it's a bit of a funny shaped field. Anyway, yeah. So we are going out to seeding. We have 200 kilos to the hectare, which is around 12.5 stones to the acre. We've always kind of gone with high seeding rates. We just think they're better for weed control and making sure you get your target plants per square meter. Too many of them isn't really, too many seeds isn't a huge issue, because if you put in too little it kind of tillers up the same amount, and if you put in too much then there's just less tillers. It's just the cost of putting it in is the reason for not sowing. You're not putting in the higher seed rate, but as I said, we've always dealt with it good. So it's given better competition against weeds is the main reason we do it. There's other reasons, but that's the main one. Oh, we're tipping along well here. Our solitaire 9 is only 3 meters with a 1.4 ton hopper. That was the biggest hopper lemken would put on it for us. I know the tractor, or even our tractor, is a little underpowered for it, but we had intentions of upgrading the tractor in 2019, and we bought a tanker, a dung spreader, and something else, so it didn't happen. And then this year we bought the combine, the fertilizer spreader, the sorter, the wrapper, and a handful of other things. Because I'm not exactly familiar with the tractor, I don't have it set up exactly. I'd like that when I'm on the joystick and I pull it to the left, it lifts up the scribe. But I spent about half an hour trying to figure that out before giving up on it. So I've decided that for today, to get sowing, I'll just use this lever here, because my fan is running on this one, and this is my hydraulic depth control on the coulters. We'll see if we don't have the 6490 back next week. I'll probably take the time to get the joystick where I want it to be, or doing what I want it to do. This is Saturday, I think we're the 3rd of October, we're the 3rd or 4th of October. 3rd of October. So this storm, Alex I think is what it is supposed to be coming in tomorrow. So we just want to try and get a bit in the ground before then. We should have been sowing yesterday. Friday was a beautiful day, but ground was too wet, so the ground dried out yesterday and we're ploughing it today. I have 2 ploughs in that field over there. I don't know if you can see it with the, but you'll probably see them in a bit. Just the aim for today is just to get 30 acres done. It's still early. We're not panicking too much about it. We like sowing later so that the chances of aphids and disease are reduced. So if we can just stay tipping away at it the whole time, we'll get through it and we'll get it done in good conditions, and we won't be hit with a huge chemical bill. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I have 500 kilos in the hopper just to test my calibration, make sure my calibration is working all right. And once I have the first bag empty, I'll fill it up with a ton in the hopper, and I'll go sowing and see how we get on then. So I just rang Dan there, who's driving the 5120 and 4-meter forward press, and because he's so far ahead of me, he's going to bring me down seed, because I only have about an acre worth of seed left in the hopper, and that will then save me time on having to get it, because 2 ploughs are making good time. They had a fair head start this morning, so I don't know, so we'll see. But I forgot to say, you'll probably see it in the first video, there's yellow stuff off to the right. It looks like it's right, but that's my kale, or not kale, mustard seed. It didn't do great, that particular field. Last year was probably at least double that. I don't regret doing it, I wish I had done better. So look, you're not always going to get it right. I have another field that done fantastically, so I'm happy with that. And just trying to get them, they all do fantastic. So it was only sprayed off this morning, so that gave it 8 weeks growth. Yeah, 8 weeks growth. So hopefully it will do something for the soil. Hopefully it won't be too hard ploughed down. We'll probably just give it a week and go straight on the plough, because it really wasn't that good a crop. So we'll see. But yeah, first impressions on the 7718 are well impressed. I probably won't be buying 1.8 because it's near enough to basically the same as the 6490. I'd be more interested in a 2.2 or a 2.4 or a 2.6. And with how comfortable this is and how good it is, Massey would be a contender. We will be changing a tractor, adding a tractor within the next 12 months. So the question is really, how much money are we going to spend? Are we going to spend big money and buy a brand new one, or are we just going to buy a fresh one? You know, this tractor is definitely a contender. Anyway, if I had endless money, I'd buy it as a fleet tractor for drawing silage or mowing or ploughing. You know, any of these jobs. We'll wait and see. Yeah, no, I'm well impressed. And I'll give you the walk around it later. Let's see. Down best part of 3 inches. Fucking birdies. There's the tractor anyway. Shit, nice. Yeah, so this is our grubber. Homemade. We made it the way we wanted it. There wasn't really anything on the market that suited us. And this is our Solitaire 9. Good having it back together. The power hard has been taken off all summer for ring rolling. Not ring rolling, for grass eating. It's good to actually have it back. So I have 11% battery here, but I just wanted to show you quickly. There's the MX135. 40, height is 6485. I'm in the 7718. Then tramline run there. We're still zone at 200 kilos per hectare. I'm going to do a turnaround. That, down here, left. Maybe tomorrow time I'll get a better view of that Dan after stopping, because I think he's caught up in the plough.